dawn's early light, what bright stars through the perilous fight.
NBA Cares Ambassador, Jason Collins. He died after a long battle with brain cancer. At this time, we ask that you join us in a moment of silence to honor Brandon Clark.
Best of 7 series starting lineups brought to you by Popeyes. And for Cleveland, no change in their will play its first playoff start. The second-year guard did start 19 games to our beloved partner Richard Jefferson, who's not with us once again, still trying to recover what has been a nasty battle. Our heads to show him how much we miss him, and then we realize that's ridiculous. Let's just say get better.
Well, my head is not rounding.
We miss you, bud, and hopefully that'll be this coming weekend as we're set to go for this one. Meanwhile, Cade Cunningham here, he usually bounces back in a very loud way.
Yeah, he's been very good. A lot of traffic.
Well, as any NBA playoff series goes on, the competitive disdain regains the 2 lead and be one victory away from an Eastern Conference final appearance. First round against Orlando. Since then, they've won 5 in a row. NBA.
And one of the things to watch early, Evan Mobley guarding Asar Thompson, camping in the paint in the Pistons. Get a clean look.
Ball. Cunningham. Kicks it out, deflected by Mitchell, but finds its way to Harris. And Tobias Harris pulls up, jumper won't go. Cavs, meanwhile, during the regular season, they were a good road team. One of the better road teams in the league. Pass goes through the hands of Allen. Turnover. Harris stumbled with it a bit. Jenkins tries inside. This side knocks it down. How about Jenkins' first playoff?
He thought about trying to convert a 2-on-1 layup, but he just hit a 3, so you saw him decide to flare out to the corner. Tobias Harris found it.
Now they're saying foot was on the line during the regular season when he got a chance to start. Mobley adjusts but can't score. Galen Durr in the rebound. Thompson looks to push. You always expect the team that lost the previous game to come out like gangbusters. Mitchell spots up. That one won't go. Mitchell coming off that spectacular 43-point game in Game 4 in Cleveland. Good defense from Jake. Harden's amongst the leaders in steals in the playoffs. Thompson pokes it away. Thompson amongst the leaders in steals. Harris stripped again by Harden, out of bounds.
Like those last 2 possessions, James Harden has quick hands and he can make defensive plays as he just did twice.
Cunningham, crossover, double team, and throws it out. Trusted Wade defensively. Now Harden picks him up on the switch. 5 of the 24. Harris leans into a 3. Shot won't go. Tip taken by Mitchell. And Mitchell travels move, kicks it out in the corner. Thompson goes right back. Jenkins very aggressive early. Couple of fakes. Sidestep. Layup. Shot is good. To start. A 24-year-old in his second year in the league. Now he's guarding Harden on this end. He's complaining he got hit in the head. Harden the floater. What was the door legs?
Well, he just looked more confident getting into his jump shot. And look, for him, he hits a couple early in the game. Even a floater, he's going to typically be more aggressive in these situations. And I just think it opened up everything for him.
Jenkins misses. Ball kept alive by Duran. Picked up by Mitchell. Series. Both coaches have taken turns talking about the officiating. That is the annual tradition of the NBA playoffs. Thompson with the steal. One of the elite defenders in the NBA.
On the weak side, he is going to shoot the gap every time and make a play.
That's 4 turnovers for the Cavs. Mitchell, his floater's up. That won't go. Jared Allen's tip misses. Battle for the rebound still. Jenkins, corner 3. Cunningham. Harris, clean look. Ball tipped and taken. Here's Mobley ahead of the pack and throws it down. Harris trying to get back to contest. Jenkins searching. Thompson releases, goes inside, feeds Jalen Duran. Duran gathers, layup, won't go. Thompson tips it. Mitchell goes right at Harris, the bump and the foul. Harris will pick 7 assists per game, had a 30-point game, had a 15-assist game. The kid's got a lot of talent, just keeps getting better and better. Mitchell, meanwhile, J.B. Bickerstaff complained about after the game. Tobias Harris almost lost it. Max Strus in the game. Mitchell trying to poke it away. Shot clock at 5. Harris sees the shot clock, spins, baseline jumper, can't get it. Duren at it. Missed the last 3 games of the first round, all 4 of this round. And finally back on. He hasn't played since April 27th. Harris tries again. Comes up short. The ball back. He was playing on this floor in a Detroit uniform last year. Harden guarded by Herter. Harden step back 3-pointer. Shot won't go. And Duren gets the rebound.
Line that up where you actually affect his release.
Jenkins sees the spot, kicks it out. LeVert, who had the big game 4, gets inside, can't get it, and a foul. In Cleveland, played for J.B. Bickerstaff when he was the coach there. Time for tonight's upcoming playoff schedule, brought to you by Mo.
Cleveland a lot smaller right now. You've got Max Strus in there at the 4, and you've got Strus and Merrill in the game with 2 drop-dead shooters on the floor.
Strus wide open, corner 3, nails it.
Strus flares to the corner, but communication becomes more difficult when 2 shooters are involved in screening action.
Nice pass inside. Harris gets the bucket. Well, Harrison misses first. Crowd wanted a push home on Harden. Meanwhile, Allen flips it up and in. Felt the contact, little circus shot. So Thompson comes back in. And Jared Allen hits the free. Here's Thompson. You see how far off the Cavs play. Daring Thompson to shoot. Sam Merrill, by the way, in for the Cavs. Thompson gets inside, gathers, throws it back out, and turns it over. He had 4 turnovers. And Thompson comes right back. That's 5 turnovers now for Cleveland.
It's been a major part of this series. On average, each team per game.
Cunningham with his first points. Schroeder up top, Merrill. Harden, Allen, and Strus, the other 5 for the Cavaliers. Shot clock at 8. Harden gets in the paint, the floater's up, shot, bounces around and drops in. The soft touch from James Harden.
You're right. It looked like that out. He got a very friendly bounce on that floater.
Well, Harden 4 points, couple of assists. Cunningham blocked by Strus. Thompson, those long arms in anticipation. Cunningham comes running back. And there's a play, that's the intent.
For teammates, and he did it right there.
Merrill, quick release on that 3-pointer's good. He barely had it in his hands.
He doesn't need much time or that every single day so he can get it off in a short period of time.
Did you swivel your hips when you shot?
I swiveled my hips, but I will not do that on the dance floor, I guarantee you.
Thompson blocked by Allen. There comes Harden the other way. Finds Schroeder. Schroeder off the bounce, drives inside, layup's good. And a foul got hit. Difference. You know, sometimes teams just play better when a certain guy's on the floor with them. Often it's the stars. Strus launches. And here comes LeVert. Isaiah Stewart also in the game for Detroit. Mobley's back in for the Cavaliers. Cunningham guarded by Strus. Finding some room, falling away. Shot's good. Donovan Mitchell trying to get going. He had a slow start the other night, finished fairly well.
But not bad.
Schroeder pass deflected. Thompson got another piece of it. And Cunningham throws it down. Asar Thompson is a menace defensively,
But they still haven't cleaned up these turnovers. That's 6 already in the first quarter.
Strus wide open, and he hits the 3. But doing other things, but he's on target here tonight.
And it was created because of the early push. You got the Pistons to run back to the paint. Strus trailed.
Stewart knocks down a 3. For 5. Allen off the mark. Thompson playing with reckless abandon, brings it up the floor. Stewart's going to try another. Stewart, that's another one. Beats Stu from long. Pistons have hit 5 of 8. Mobley, Strus, Merrill, nice fake, sidestep, fires away. That one won't go. Knocked out of bounds.
Out by Stewart on Sam Merrill, forced him to reload that corner three.
He shot 33% during the regular season, took 120 of them, but has taken very few in the postseason. Cunningham falling away, in and out, and Mobley grabs it. Mitchell poked away by LeVert, poked away a second time. Mitchell can go back and get it, but the shot clock is down to 10. LeVert's fighting over a screen. Mitchell drives off the glass. Trips and falls, and he's shaken up.
Up lines before a game when I stepped on a cable, like a television cable. So that's a tough spot for Donovan Mitchell right there. Looks like he's going to be okay.
Again, this is final seconds here of the first. Mitchell's got a chance from half court, is up. Good attempt. That end.
We're in every right position to steal the ball. I think we're beating ourselves up when we didn't have to.
All right, thanks for your time, Jared.
All right, Lisa, his fellow big man Mobley knocks that one down. Start here the second. Cunningham finds his room. His ability to get to wherever he wants.
Got that great size in the lean back, but if he beats his man out by half court and he's got a sight line in front of him to the top of the key, somebody has to step up and beat him.
Mobley got fouled. Stewart.
Mode here. If you're Evan Mobley, at some point, I think you need to meet him a little bit higher because he gets
To the line. Mobley in game 4 had 17 points, 8 rebounds, 5 blocks, 5 assists. With 3 steals, he came within 2 steals of half. They didn't keep track of steals and blocks until 73-74, so Wilt probably had 2 dozen of them. Almost had that happen in game 4.
You know, and remember, this is a guy that was Defensive Player of the Year a year ago. It helps explain some of the limitations of Duren in this series around the rim.
7 on the shot clock. Thompson, Cunningham, 3-pointer, straight down, nails it. Cunningham finding the groove. Tyson drives, blocked from behind by Stewart, but Tyson grabs it and a held ball. Oh, Tyson after the whistle. Go.
The Orlando Magic.
He's only playing about 10 minutes a game in the series, so Cunningham will shoot the one-shot technical. Cunningham coming off the lowest point total he's had in his young playoff career. Only had 19. As we said, he usually shines in the games after he has what for him can be a subpar performance. He's got 16 of their 35. Pistons up 5.
Mobley tried to walk in there for that.
Stewart gets the rebound off the tip. Tyson, a good aggressive defender. He's got good size. He's got one of the best in basketball right now. Harris drives inside, goes right at Mobley. Impressive move for Harris. His second here in the first half.
That's a tough finish because Mobley times those up so well and he's so long. Harris took it to his chest.
Beautiful floater from Mitchell, his second field goal. Game 4 and then exploded with 39 in the second half. Tying the NBA record. A floater from Harris, so Harris coming alive. He missed his first 6 shots. Chance of defense. They've been chanting that all season long. That was close to an 8-second violation. Good ball denial. 7 turnovers now for Cleveland.
By Mobley, straight up, but if you take it into his chest, you can hang in the air a little bit longer. Out by Strus to allow Tobias Harris to catch that and beat him to the short baseline.
Cunningham the crossover. Tyson stays with him. Back up top to Sasser. Sasser on the drive, stops, pulls up, off balance, got it. A surprise appearance from Marcus Sasser. And he gets his first bucket. Again, he's played very limited minutes throughout the playoffs. Thompson deflects it out of bounds.
He is mundane ball reversal. Not so much. You have to be so careful. You think you can just casually get that ball over to the wing when it's reversed.
He's got 4 steals already. The NBA playoff record was set 27 years ago tonight. Allen Iverson had 10 steals in a playoff game. Thompson's almost halfway there. Martin has to force up. Great defense from Cunningham. The time that Cunningham's defense is underrated, and this crowd loves it.
And that's just textbook right. Martin relies on. He wants you to reach and get off balance so he can hit you with a crossover and go by you. Times.
And moving your feet with a clinic there. Merrill's back in with Wade. Mobley, Harden, and Mitchell. Harris against Wade. Mobley lurking, goes to help. Harris pulls up, shot, got it. He's now hit 4 in a row. The lead is 11, timeout, and they're on their feet here at Little Caesars Arena.
Better be sure you've got enough space.
Mobley misses with the left hand. Harris the rebound. They made some nice plays. Apparently had a big impression on J.P. Beckerstaff. He's getting some critical minutes. Jenkins back in. Jenkins got the start. No Duncan Robinson tonight. That pass somehow finds its way to Stewart. Stewart inside Thompson, and a 24-second violation.
Friends, and then let's get out in transition and play fast. All right, great job, fellas.
They have been elite defensively all season long. Not so much in the second half in game 4. You had a feeling we were going to bounce back. Harden whips a pass. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell high, arcing three, in and out. Stewart going back another 3. Five on the 24. Harris struggling. Wade, excellent defense there. Harris is going to have to take a tough shot. Gets it off the top and knocks it down.
Have a completely bottled up, but he had enough time and awareness to still get to one of his favorite spots on the court.
Jenkins with the steal. Jenkins throws it up and Thompson throws it down. Detroit's defense. Mitchell in the corner to Wade. And foul. Jenkins called for. Pistons haven't missed a shot here in the second quarter. They're 8 for 8. The oldest Piston at 33, Tobias Harris, having a sensational playoff run.
What he had going in the second half of game 4, but Kay Cunningham off to a great start. Draft promo code SPLASH when you sign up.
Allen Struce come back in. Thompson's 4 rebounds, 4 steals. Harden at the free throw line. Harden has spent a good... In NBA history, there's only 2 players who have taken more free throws than James Harden. The mailman caught 6.5 to go here in the second. And what a second quarter it's been for the Pistons. Cunningham tells Harris to go through. He's got Harden on him. Pulls up, jump shot. Allen the rebound to Schroeder. Cut off nicely by Jenkins. Jenkins can defend as well. Harden looking to post him up. And a defensive 3 seconds, so a 1-shot technical. Oh, nice shot.
And you get caught there, hanging in the lane. Give James Harden.
Sure, Tyler Ford's aware he's there. You know, we talk so much about players and the energy they bring and how that's important to a team, to this team, and they feed off his energy. He is, when he came here in his second year, the team was obviously flat
on the sideline. He's got an intensity about him and an emotion about him that you're right. It fits perfectly with this group.
Fits perfectly in this city. Cunningham thought he got fouled. Harden pulls back. LeVert playing big minutes again. He's guarding Harden. Good help there from Harris. With an individual defense and team defense for the Pistons. So impressive. That's going to be a 2-pointer. And Harden drills it.
That's a tough shot, but right now they're not moving the ball quick enough. They're not getting into their screening action with enough pace. So the Pistons are just locked and loaded, and their game plan can be executed a lot easier defensively.
Diane floats it up, comes up short. Wade tips it right to him. The game's leading score with 16. Harden, the only other player for the Cavs in double figures. Allen lays it up and in. And a quick timeout from J.